1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. K8NY testing on 14243. This is K8NY, Kilo 8 November Yankee K8NY. QRZ. K8NY, Kilo 8 November Yankee K8NY. Calling CQ, hello, calling CQ from K8NY. K8NY, calling CQ. Hello, CQ 20 meters, K8NY, calling. Kilo 8 November Yankee, K8NY, calling CQ20, hello, CQ. Calling CQ20, K8NY, calling. Kilo 8 November Yankee, K8NY, calling CQ20, standing by for any call. Hello, CQ, calling CQ20, calling CQ, K8NY, calling. Kilo 8 November Yankee, calling CQ20, hello, CQ. Calling CQ20 meters, K8NY, calling. Kilo 8 November Yankee, K8NY, calling CQ20 and standing by. Station calling, can you try that again? You're right at the noise level, over. Okay, I think it was November 6, X-ray Mike Kilo. I think that's what I copied, hopefully. This is K8NY returning. Thanks for the call. Your report 4x4, 4x4. Kind of just at my noise level. The name Bob, Bravo, Oscar, Bravo, Mike QTH, West Virginia. The station is located in West Virginia, over.
Roger that, Bob. Again, here's Cliff. It's Charlie Lima, Italy, France. Cliff, we're located in Florida, broadcasting from Pompano Beach, Florida. K8NY,
Okay, I got the name is Cliff, and I got Pompano Beach, Florida, but I didn't get anything else there, Cliff. Yeah, we're our transmitter located in West Virginia. We're about the transmitter about 16 station about 50 miles, 50 miles west of Washington D.C. in the Shenandoah Valley. I have the antenna out west there, towards the west. So nice to meet you. Thanks for the call, and we'll look for you again. N6 XMK K8NY 73. All the best. Thank you, Cliff.
Correct. Call here November 6th, X-ray, Mike Zulu. That's November 6th, X-ray, Mike Zulu. It's Joe Ray Beach. 73. That's great.
Okay, I have the call correct as November 6th X-ray Mike Zulu. Thanks for the correction. And we'll catch you again, Cliff. All the best. K8NY 73. This is K8NY calling CQ. CQ. Hello, CQ calling CQ20, CQ20 meters. K8NY calling K8NY calling CQ20, CQ20. K8 November Yankee calling CQ, CQ. Hello, CQ calling CQ. K8NY Kilo 8 November Yankee calling CQ and standing by.
Whiskey Delta 9 Victoria.
This is W0BO.
Whiskey Delta 9 Victor, WD9B. Thanks for the call. This is K8NY. Hello, Keith. Good to hear you again. We've worked before. Looks like we last worked on the Christmas train in December. Name here, Bob. We're in West Virginia. Station is located in West Virginia. I am located in the state of Florida presently. And I believe you're 5 and 9. Sounded good. I didn't look at the meter. We're doing a live YouTube broadcast, Keith. If you'd like the URL or where we're located, my QRZ page has the link. WD9V K8NY, over.
K8NY WD9B. Very good, Bob. You're sounding very good. One of the few signals on the band today that are. I'm not sure if it's my rig or my antenna or my head, but it seems like there's not much on. Quick question, Bob. You mentioned on your website that you are interested in trains, and we're featuring one built in Dunkirk, New York. I was built in Dunkirk, New York also, or?
Okay, pretty interesting. Yeah, I think you mentioned that the last time to me about Dunkirk, New York, and I know about trains. So yeah, I'm not I'm not a train buff per se, but I do like trains. So I find them very interesting. Of course, Christmas train interesting, but yeah, I like to read about where they were built, and it's quite interesting how they made stuff so well way back when. Anyway, let me your first comment. Let me clarify that for you. I got on 15 this morning, which has usually been open. That was mostly dead quiet. And I'm running a 4-element stepper. So then I got on 17, a little bit more activity, but not all that much. It was open. I worked a few stations. I'm getting on 20 here. Now I'm running a 4-element stepper your direction. I'm seeing a few signals, but not many. Certainly not the usual. It's not your rig and it's not your head. Over.
QFL. Well, I'm running a big rig here, an Icon 7300 into an 80-meter horizontal loop strung through the trees. Along the line here from 5x9, Bob. For the competition to Kodak. I work for Kodak, over.
And how are you today?
I don't know. There's a couple of people talking here, so I can't figure it out. A lot of people asking, how are you today? And you're 5 and 9, so, and you faded down, you really dropped down. So conditions are not that good, Keith. Conditions not that good. Anyway, with that, I'll pass along my 73. Yeah, I'm kind of kind of worrying about conditions here. Maybe not good propagation. I'll wind up on 40 meters, I think. All the best, WD9B. Thanks again, Keith. Nice to get you in here. And look for yourself on YouTube, K8NY. All the best.
K8NY WD9B. Very good, Bob. You were peaking about 10 to 15 over and down to about an S3, so it's up and down. 40 and 75 are not good today either. Have a good day. Happy New Year. We'll look for you later. K8NY WD9B.
Okay, yeah, thanks for 40 and 75. Not good either. Catch you again. That's interesting, Keith. All the best. Yeah, not a good day for radio. What can I say? All the best, 73. Thank you. This is K8NY, Kilo 8 November Yankee. See if anyone else is out there standing by for any call.
Whiskey 5, Juliet Lima Romeo.
Whiskey, I think it was Whiskey 5, Juliet Lima Romeo. This is K8NY. Thanks for the call. John in Mineola, Texas. Hello. Nice to see you again. We last worked last year. Name Bob. We're in West Virginia. I didn't look at the meter. Station is in West Virginia. I'm in the state of Florida. But nice to see you, John. Back to you. K8NY. Over.
Very, very good, Bob. Yeah, you know, I was listening to you in the previous QSO, and I have to tell you, my scope shows very few signals, but believe it or not, you're 10 over S9 here in Texas. Over.
With the breaking of the Japanese katakana intercepts in World War II.
Okay, someone's talking about the breaking of I don't know what's going on. This frequency was dead quiet for 15 minutes before I got on here, and I asked if anyone was using it. No one. All of a sudden, the station comes up. I don't know. Maybe it's the propagation shifting, John. Anyway, fine on the strength there. You're about S8 here, and I'm not going to hold my breath because I was over the 9 mark with Keith before, and he said I went down to S3. So anyway, just FYI, we're on YouTube, YouTube Live actually. And if you'd like, there's a link to it on my QRZ page right at the top of the page. Hit the link and you're on YouTube, and you'll be hearing yourself as well there, John. Great to hear you. Thank you for the call, and a nice signal, I must say. We'll turn it back to you. I'm not going to hold it. There were a couple of the stations calling. W5JLR from K8NY. By the way, where I'm located, as they say, my personal location, just north of Orlando, Florida. Over.
Bob, this is Conrad, real quick.
I agree with you. I think the band shifted because those signals came out of nowhere, and they were already in the queue. So good talking to you again, Bob. Have a great 2022, and we'll look for you down the band. All the best. K8NY W5JLR 73.
Okay, I'm getting out of here, John. 4 guys came back all talking to, I don't know who they're talking to. I'm going to QSY. Catch you later, K8NY. Take care, John. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much for QSY. Thank you so much, you gentlemen. W08.
Okay, fine, Erwin. My logger, Doug, is logging this morning, and he...
This is K8NY, Kilo 8 November Yankee. Is this frequency in use? Over. From K8NY, is this frequency in use? Over.
It sounds clear here, W6LG.
Was that you, Jim?
It was. Good morning. K8NY, W6LG. Good morning.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing? I've been praying for you. How are you? W6LG, K8NY. By the way, you're live YouTube with me. Over.
I'm sorry, when was what?
I said you are live YouTube with me there, Jim. Over.
Anytime you want to do that, that would be fun. Bob, it's
Nice to hear you. Thanks for the prayers. I'm healing up okay. It's some days are good, some days not so much, but great to hear you. I've been tuning up and down the band for maybe an hour. And Bob, I'm not hearing much. I've been tuning around. Also, would you confirm the frequency as you see on your dial? I calibrated the K3, but I think I'm off just a bit. K8NY from W6LG.
Yeah, I don't know. You sound good to me. I'm 14247.00 on the 7300. I can't guarantee any accuracy on this, Jim. But yeah, we're 142.7.00 according to this particular rig, but who knows? Could be off by hertzes here, 1 hertz, 10 hertz, 20 hertz, I don't know. But anyway, good to you, Jim. Yeah, I'm not hearing much either. I was on 15, started on 15 this morning. That didn't work out at all. 17, somewhat, worked a couple of Europeans. That was about it. And one European. And now here on 20, I'm not hearing too much. No, Jim, I was mentioning that we are on YouTube now. I have a channel. And we're live on YouTube. That's what I wanted to let you know. Over.
Yeah, I just brought it up. That is way cool. That is very, very interesting. I'm looking at, so I've got your log on the right-hand side. Don't have the right glasses on, and on about the left third of the screen then is the transceiver. Is that from the 7300? Are you doing that? Is that some software that goes with ICOM, Bob? Over.
I'm shaking my head yes as you're asking. I'm going yes, it is. Yeah, this is the ICOM software, the inexpensive 100. Well, it's now $149. I paid $79 for it way back when, and I did get the updates. Yeah, this is the RSBA1 remote control software from ICOM, and as you can hear, it works pretty well. There are 3 channels to it that are transparent to you and me. It hits the router if you're using it on WAN, on Wide Area Network. It hits your router with three ports, one for audio, one for video, and one for control. And those 3 ports, of course, take it into go ahead and funnel it over to the to whatever device you're running on, whether it be a embedded server in the rig. This is not embedded service. This is running on my PC. It is making a connection with my PC. That being said, it seems to work pretty well. I'm getting my $80 worth out of it here, Jim. I've been using this for about 6 years. Over.
Yeah, I'm very impressed. I like the way it looks. And now, do you have a camera that's looking at you? Because I don't see that. Have you thought about, or do you have a camera running, Bob? Over.
Yes, I don't have a camera running. I don't like the camera in the laptop is poor quality. It's an okay laptop. It's a quick laptop, but the camera's poor quality, honestly. I just got another camera yesterday. I'm in the process of getting it lined up and hooked up. I bought a camera. Well, it got shipped. It got here yesterday, so I'm just setting it up right now as we speak. So yeah, trying to play with that. I've got the camera going. Over. We will get it going. Over.
What camera did you buy? Over.
I buy. Jim, it's Bob. It's cheap. I'm also known as Cheap Bob. So I looked at all the camera ratings, and one of the cameras that was highly rated and it was least expensive, it went for $69. But if you got it on Amazon, it was $39. It was from Creative Labs. What's the name of it? It's called a Live Cam version 2. Over.
Yeah, I've seen that, and I think it works well. And I believe that also runs directly into your computer via USB 2 or 3 maybe, and so it's easy to configure that. Okay, I'll change the name of my logbook from Bob to Cheap Bob. Okay.
Yeah, please do. Please do to Cheap Bob. Cheap Bob doesn't like to spend money on software, or doesn't like to. Well, if you watch your pennies later on when you retire, you might have a little bit. I'm sure that kind of happened to you too. You watched your pennies. I know you had the business there, and hopefully you made some money from that. But more importantly is your health, Jim. So we're praying for you here, and as you know, we communicated there. Mike W4 Romeo November had mentioned. I spoke to him last month, and he mentioned that. That's why I sent you that email over.
Yeah, he one of the nicest guys, and we met at Dayton several times, and I talked to him. I think it was yesterday and a couple of days before that. He always has a terrific signal with that neat antenna system. He lives fairly close to our daughter, whose husband works in an unmarked building in the Washington area. And what he does, I really don't know. I just know that he interfaces with some people once in a while in other buildings. All right, Bob, nice to talk to you. I'll continue watching. Get that camera going. I guess you can do maybe an overlay of some kind. By the way, before I run off, have you tried OBS? Have you ever seen Ocean Bravo Sierra Open Broadcast? I forget what it stands for, maybe system. It is a neat way to do streaming or YouTube videos. Have you seen that, Bob? Over?
Okay, I just started this on Friday. It's so funny that you mentioned that, Jim. This is hilarious because I was looking for a aggregate software stream piece of software that streams it. Aggregates your all your inputs. And I did a search, and they're selling this and that, and I see one that says, "Hey, freebie." It's no charge, and it was OBS, and I taught it to myself within 15 minutes. I was up and running. Over.
Wow, you are smart then, because it took me a long time to figure it out. It is on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 10. It really. The fact it's free makes it even better. I've tried other software through various from friends and all kinds of things, and nothing comes close to OBS. It can be just a bit finicky when you go to connect something, but once you get that figured out, for example, I've got cameras mounted around the house for security. I can even link to those. By the way, I'm using 2 Sony mirrorless cameras for the YouTube thing, and that sometimes can be a bit dicey, but once you get it going, it's great. So have lots of fun with that. Bob, I'll let you go. Probably other guys are waiting to talk to you. You're about the strongest signal on the band, and not much else is around. And thank you very much for your prayers. Very much appreciated, and also the kind note. K8NY, a.k.a. Chief Bob from W6LG.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's funny, man. As soon as you said OBS, I said, well, I'm looking at it right now. As a matter of fact, as I look at it, I've got 4 window captures here and 2 audio captures running, and so I just like the way it does it. It's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. I used to be in software. I retired from Oracle Corporation. I was a developer and software analyst. So it's not new to me. The difficult part of this is the people who built it. That's the hard part. The software developers, of which I was one. I know how difficult it is to build something like that. So it's just amazing. I think they're great folks, and appreciate what they do. Hey, I've watched your videos, by the way, Jim. I was going to email you when I was getting ready to do this, and I said, well, let me ask Jim what he's using. Because I kind of watch I like your channel. I like the content of your channel. Besides what you're doing, I like the content of your channel. It's my kind of content because it's I call it OSR, old school radio. You might want to jot that down. I might use that moniker here, K8NY YouTube OSR YouTube. But I like old school radio. I like how you get people, you give them the basics, and Jim, there's a need for the basics. I know I'm preaching to the choir. All the best. God bless. We'll keep you in prayers. W6LG out in California, K8NY, Florida.
On the left coast. Well, thanks. And if you if you do have a question about OBS, I don't know that I can answer it, but it's from what your background is, you probably could teach me a lot. It took me a while because it has some tricky things like hooking up a camera that has an IP that has a URL, an IP camera, and getting that going. And sometimes I have to restart the computer, but I've tried all kinds of things. Probably 20 different programs in OBS. It's just amazing, and I am very grateful to the folks who've developed it. Bob, take care. Thanks for your prayers. And if one of these days it would be fun to interview you, maybe for YouTube. I've done Alpha 71 Alpha Mike and some others, 4Z4UG Eric. One of these days, Mr. Lenicky, perhaps. Bob, take care, and again, thanks. K8NY from W6LG, 7-3, my friend.
Okay, thanks, Jim, and ditto on the OBS stuff, to be honest with you. I just found it just wonderful. It's so easy. I got excited that night. I'm serious. Within 20 minutes, I had a stream up on Friday night, so it was unbelievable. And just got these cameras playing, so I'll be firing up this camera here shortly, as soon as I find a spare USB port for it. All the best. Catch you again, Jim. And yeah, we'd be up for an interview there. Do an old school interview. Talk about CW or something. W6LG, K8NY. What a pleasure. Great to hear you again. My audio is still being copied here. It's K8NY, clear with W6LG, K8NY, and we'll take a standby for any of the stations that might want to give us a call. K8 November Yankee remote, standing by. Who's the station? Bravo Tango?
Whiskey Bravo 9, Lima, Bravo Tango, London, Bravo Tango, Bob, near Milwaukee, over.
Whiskey Bravo 9, Lima, Bravo Tango. Let me get in the log here before I forget it, and my little brain will forget it. Hello, Bob. Nice to meet you. Thanks for the call. Got you in here. This is Bob, K8NY. Let me get the correct frequency here, because I did change frequency. So we'll put the in the log here, 14247, and we'll put that in for Jim as well. And yeah, nice to meet you there, Bob. Not too strong here, to be honest with you. I'll give you a report on the next one, but kind of had to pull you out of the noise a little bit. Anyway, name here also Bob. Bob is the name. The station is located in the state of West Virginia, Whiskey Victor. And I am operating remote here from the state of Florida. I'm just a little bit north of Orlando, Florida, Bob. Give you a report on the next transmission. WB9LBT, K8 November Yankee, over.
K8 November Yankee, WB9LBT. Okay, Bob, thank you. Yeah, Roger on the remote, and your YouTube page is really super. I was on it just when you were talking. We're near Milwaukee. We're using an old PS50, and to a ground-mounted, mostly vertical. Not putting out that much, but maybe we're making it. Won't keep you too long, Bob. WB9LBT.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you were up to S7. I put S7 in the log, as you probably can. I don't know if you've got the YouTube channel up. We put S7 in there, as you can see on the S meter on the rig. You did come up to S7, but back down again. Yeah, just conditions are not good today. On at least I've been on 15, 17, and this band, and really not. I didn't look at the numbers today. I really have to look and see what's happening with space weather. But nice to meet you, Bob, out of Milwaukee. As I mentioned, the station located here in West Virginia. I'm operating it remote here from down in Florida. So love to get you. Thanks for the comments on the QRZ page. Nice to get you here on 20 meters, and nice to get you on YouTube. Have a good one. WB9LBT, K8NY. Been a pleasure. Thanks, Bob.
Okay, Bob, thank you. 7-3, WB9LBT.
Yeah, Roger. This is K8NY on YouTube, remote, by the way, standing by for any call.
November uniform for Romeo.
Yep. NU4 Romeo. K8 November Yankee. Thanks for the call. Greg, hello, Greg in Ocala. Hey, you're not too far from us, but we're doing probably a 1,600-mile trip from your station up to my station, West Virginia, and then down here through the internet to me in just north of Orlando. We're not too far from you physically. Name is Bob. We've worked before. You're 5 and 9. Over.
Hey, good afternoon, Bob. Did we work when you were in West Virginia or doing the remote from Florida?
I don't know. Let me check here. Let's see. We've had quite a few QSOs, and let's see. New Shack. No, no. Once when you were Maritime Mobile, and all the other times when you were recuperating from your motorcycle accident, when you're in your new shack. And no, so we haven't done, even though I've operated remote here before, we haven't, this is the first time you're operating with me remote, over.
Oh, good deal, Bob. When somebody says remote and the station is working so well, it always fascinates me. Would you mind giving me a brief rundown of what the remote consists of, sir?
Yeah, well, I'm not a sir. I'm just an enlisted man, number one. So that's the first thing. Yeah, well, it's actually if you go on my QRZ page and just hit that link there, you'll bring up YouTube if you have the capability. If you have a computer on the network right now, if you hit the link, it'll bring up YouTube. It's the first entry on my QRZ page. And that link will bring up YouTube, and you can see what I'm talking about. But we're using an ICOM 7300 at my station up in West Virginia. We're also using an amplifier up there that's remotely controlled, and you can see that on YouTube as well. And we're also using a stepper antenna, 4-element stepper antenna that's remote controlled, as well as my rotator and all the other stuff. So yeah, that's all remote controlled. The ICOM 7300 is controlled from ICOM software called RS-BA1. That's the name of the software, RS-BA1, Bravo Alpha 1 remote control software. And so that's what's running the ICOM. The rest of the gear is being run through what we call a remote desktop. So I'm able to get the desktop of my home computer down here in West Virginia, where I can, just like I'm sitting at the computer up there, I can control everything. So if I wanted to, I could, like right now, what I'll do is, hold on a second. Okay, so now I've turned the amplifier off, running about 10 watts. And now I've turned the amplifier back on again. So as it says here, about 1,100 watts or so. Anyway, so that's the story. You can control all of that. So those are the devices. It's more obvious if you can look at it on YouTube. But you were 5 and 9. Someone's tuning up there. Of course, we always get the folks that like to be noticed and will cause some intentional interference. So whatever. Anyway, maybe I'm jumping to conclusions. NU4R, back to you, Greg, K8NY, over.
Excellent, Bob. The reason I'm also interested now is we're in consideration of doing the same in a move to British Columbia, believe it or not, and believe me, that's a short story and such, but it just fascinates me how well these stations work. And on 10 watts, perfectly from a 5.9 to a 5.2 was like, well, that's cool. Where in Florida are you? Are you in Claremont or maybe Howie in the Hills, something like that, Bob?
Yeah, we're a couple of miles west of Sanford. We're in Heathrow. Lake Mary, Heathrow is the address, over.
Oh, that definitely, now I really understand the remote. Yikes. Good deal, sir. But that's really great. And I like Florida, but I prefer West Virginia as well and such, but really in retirement, I'm looking to make the way the XYL and I, we're considering doing what we wanted to do, so on and so forth. The boat is for sale. Maybe you'd like a nice boat when you're in Florida. But it's a good deal. And I get scared when people move from places like West Virginia to Florida. But the area you're in has ultra developed over the years. How long have you had the place there, Bob?
Yeah, it's not my place. I wish I could afford it, but this is just shy of $1 million now, and I cannot afford that in my retirement. I already have a house up in West Virginia. We're at my daughter's QTH here, and you're right, they have developed it, and it's developed beautifully. I mean, I'd love to live here, but just out of my range now. So no, we're with my daughter and her hubby. We've got half of the house here. We've got a whole suite with multiple bathrooms here, restrooms and bedrooms, and all the conveniences. So and we kind of share the swimming pool outside. Although today, as you know, kind of a chilly day here, Greg. Over.
That's the way I like it. Originally from New England and such, I really like the cold. I get so much done. And maybe you've experienced the worst that Florida has to offer. And I'm not talking about hurricanes. But when the humidity and high temps move in, man, antenna projects, man, they're rough. But, the Orange Seminole County, the growth has been outrageous. And it's really interesting which direction people are going. My daughter, who recently moved back from Alaska, my son-in-law and her were in the Air Force in Anchorage, and now they're they're temporarily in the Tampa area, and finding a place in Orange County, Seminole County, and such has really been hard. And maybe you've heard about that, QSL, Bob, NU4.
Yeah, Roger, NU4R, K8NY. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Well, we haven't looked around too much. I probably would not come here. I want to have a place that's affordable, number one, maybe a little, not a lot of property, but property where I could put a tower up. You certainly cannot do that in these developments here. They're very fancy developments, so you're not going to put tower up. I'm happy to be a regular guy, get a smaller house, currently than the one I have up north, which is a very large home. And we'll just get something smaller, a little property, stick a tower up, and be happy. So anyway, that's kind of what we're looking at. But it certainly will not be in these counties. I more or less like to be on the Gulf side, but anywhere from Tampa on south is expensive on the Gulf side. We used to RV on the Gulf side. We'll probably look north of Tampa, obviously, or maybe inland from the Gulf, which makes it less expensive. That being said, great to hear you again, Greg. I wish you all the best, you and the family. I don't need a boat. I just sold my boat up there. We sold it in October. I had a boat on Chesapeake Bay. That's sold. We're finished with that. NU4R, K8NY 73, Greg.
Oh, Bob, wait a second. You also had a boat on Chesapeake Bay?
Yeah, my son and I had a boat up there. That's correct. It's no longer ours. It's someone else's now. Over.
Gotcha, buddy. Good deal. And by the way, before you go, look up in the Destin area, up towards the Panhandle. A friend of mine I worked at the airlines with just moved there, and he is absolutely loving it. Destin, I'm sure you know where that is. 73, my friend. Have a best New Year, and we'll be looking for you again, Bob. Best 73. Excuse me. NU4.
Okay, NU4 Romeo K8NY. Okay, thanks for the information on the Destin area. I've heard of it. I don't want to get too far north, though. You know, I still want some of the warmth of being midway here, at least midway. So it's going to be a hard nut for me to crack, but we'll try. We'll take a look at that. Thanks, Greg. All the best. I don't know if there's anyone else out there. We'll take a standby. This is K8NY, Kilo 8 November Yankee. We're live on YouTube and we're also remote, standing by for any call.
Hotel Juliet.
Okay, Station Hotel Juliet, just give me your call sign, over.
November 6 Hotel Juliet, stroke 7.
November 6 Hotel Juliet, stroke 7. K8NY, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Name here, Bob. Bob is the name. We're located, the site, the station is located in West Virginia, near Washington, D.C. And it looks like you were 5'7", 5'8". I'll give you a more accurate report on the next transmission. N6HJ, stroke 7, Kilo 8, New York, over.
Okay, Bob. K8NY from N6HJ in Phoenix. Name is Hank. Hotel Alpha, November Kilo. You're about a 5'9", running barefoot here, Bob, on a 7300 into a ground-mounted vertical sitting in the root system of my tree. So a very modest station, Bob, over.
You just hit S6. I'm copying you Q5. There's no problem. Your readability 5, so there's not an issue. Noise level isn't too high here, or at my station. And so your readability 5, strength about 6. So 5 and 6 for a phone report for you. 5 by 6 on peaks. I am running the preamp on the transceiver, so that's fudging it a little bit. Anyway, nice to hear you, Hank. We're located, I physically am, my body is located down here in the state of Florida. I'm operating remote through the internet. And you're also on YouTube. I have a YouTube link on my QRZ page. If you just press that, you'll get to the YouTube page if you're interested. So, yeah, nice to meet you, Hank, and good copy. I'm glad you don't have too much there, but it's working well for you, over.
Slowly. I sold everything I had, all my old gear from 30 years ago. I've been on since 55. I sold my old gear, got new stuff, but haven't put up a beam as of yet. Probably will put up a hex beam in the future, and I'm looking right now for a solid state amplifier. I have to make up my mind which one to get, Bob. Does make a difference. It does make a difference. Every doubling the power. An S unit, it all adds up. I've been working a lot of DX, but a lot on CW, which is primarily my mode that I love the most, Bob. Very good on the YouTube. My computer, my laptop's in the other room. Otherwise, I put it on and listen to myself on your YouTube page. I'll let you go and see where you can spare. Enjoy the weather. It's going to be about 70 here later today, and all in all, a fairly nice day. So, best of 7-3, best of the new year to you, Bob. K8NY, N6HJ. Go ahead.
Okay, very good. Well, best wishes with getting everything. You're doing well now. I'm fine on being the old timer, as I am. I still operate quite a bit of CW. So, yeah, if you want, even though you can't get to your computer, when we're finished, just go to my page. That will be recorded on YouTube. It'll be up there for posterity, so you can look at it anytime. Obviously, you can look at it live, or even after I'm done here, it'll always be there. You can get in at any time. So just want to let you know you can see yourself, see your signal and hear yourself. All the best. Catch you again. Good. Best wishes, Hank, and take care. N6HJ, Portable 7, K8NY. My pleasure.
Thank you, my pleasure as well, and I will go and check YouTube when I go in the other room. All the best to you. K8NY from N6HJ. Cheerio.
Roger. The link again on my QRZ page. It's the first entry. This K8NY. Any other stations, QRZ?
Whiskey 5, Papa Whiskey Hotel.
Whiskey 5, Papa Whiskey Hotel, K8NY. Thanks for the call. Name here, Bob. And station located in West Virginia near Washington, D.C. We're in Florida. You're 5 and 9. Over.
Roger, Roger. I appreciate that. You're my first contact on a new dipole. We're in northwest Arkansas in a little town called Berryville, and you're also 5'9".
Okay, may I have your name, please? Over.
Sorry, the name is Dan, Delta Alpha November, over.
Okay, thanks, Dan. Nice to meet you, and appreciate the call from Berryville, Arkansas. Nice to hear you. I think you said it was northwest, so very good. Well, station up here in West Virginia is in West Virginia. I'm operating it here from the state of Florida. I'm just a little bit north of Orlando, Florida, Dan. So very nice to meet you. You're 5'9", by the way, and over the 9 mark. So congratulations on the new dipole. Seems to be working for you. I do have the antenna focused in your direction. Appreciate the call. I'm not going to hold it here. I'm going to try and get some lunch, maybe. Let's see if the XYL is up to making me something here. W5PWH, K8NY. Go ahead, Dan.
Well, thank you, Bob, for coming back to me, and maybe we'll meet again. Thank you.
Yeah, you got a great signal. You're way over the 9 mark, so you're doing something right there, Dan. Big signal. Congratulations. I think propagation is working with us. W5 PWH, K8NY. Been a pleasure. K8NY clear. Thanks.
K04REA. Could I get a signal report real quick?
Okay, give me the call sign again. I'm a old school operator, and I don't have a good brain. So give me your call sign again. Over.
Kilo Oscar 4 Romeo Echo Alpha K04REA. This is Aaron.
Okay, Kilo Oscar 4 Romeo Echo Alpha. Aaron, I think. A-R-O-N. I worked on Aaron the other day. Kilo Oscar 4 Romeo Echo Alpha, I think you said. Yeah, I think you're about 5'7", about 57. I'll give you a better report when I look at the meter here. Over.
Okay, and you got just 30 seconds. I'd like to get a report on this signal right here, and then also when I turn on my SP200 amplifier, if you don't mind. Over.
Okay, do it quickly because this propagation is changing. Right now, you're S7, a little bit over the S7 mark. Over.
Okay, so the amplifier is on now. Is there any change? Over.
Actually, you went down a little bit, not from the amp, but just the propagation. But you are no stronger than you were before. Over.
Okay. Well, at least it's a little bit better, right? Over.
Roger, Roger. Where are you located, Aaron? Over.
Fort Myers, Florida. Sunny Southwest Florida. Where are you? Over.
Well, we're not too far from you. The transmitter, the station is in West Virginia, about 850 miles from you, or 900 miles from you. I physically am located just north of Orlando. I'm operating a station remote. Now, on that last transmission, you came up to over the 9 mark. So that's what I meant with doing an A/B test real quick, because the QSB will take you up and down. It's hard to get an accurate report. Over.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah. Okay. 900 miles. I mean, it's 900 miles. I didn't have to pay a dime to do it, right? How is this? How are you copying me now? Over.
Yeah, right. Just towards the end, you were S9. You started over the 9 mark. You dropped down a little bit, and you're about S8.5. So it's maybe making a little bit difference. Like I said, and when you do an A/B test, I've done millions of them. You got to be quick, because especially on a day like today, with the propagation is really shifting, and you're getting that those quick QSB cycles. So hard to give a good test. But you're Q5, no problem copying it all, Aaron. All the best. Catch you again. Thanks, and thanks for jumping in on YouTube here. K04REA. By the way, we used to RV in Fort Myers when I was RVing. We used to go to Orange Harbor, right close to the bridge of 75 going over the river there. Over.
Right, roger that. Yeah, there's a lot of Orange River, Orange this transmission here. Let me know if you think it's weaker. I did actually turn the amplifier off. Over.
It appears to be on an average. You drop down to S6, S7, something like that. Again, hard to tell, but it's a little bit weaker than it was before. All right, catch you again. Good luck, Aaron. K8NY 73.
K04RA.
Recheck, Bob, NU4R.
Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
If you think you're old school, 3 days ago I picked up at an estate sale, new in the box, heat kit, hot water 101. And I'm in the beginning stages of building it right now, blah, blah, blah. So I am definitely old school, QSL.
Okay, that's really cool. Yeah, that's a great radio, HW101. Yeah, that was one of my. If you look at my my website, I have a website, K8NY.com. My receiver I built back in the 70s was an SB303, right around the same time the hot water 101s were out. But that was just a receiver. Good luck. I'm going to get out of here. NU4R, K8NY. Have a good one. Good luck with the build there.
See you, buddy. Have a great day. NU4R.
K8NY, WB5UGC.
Okay, I'm going to get out of here, but I did copy that WB5UGC, I believe, Uniform Golf Charlie. Larry, good to hear you again. You're about S5, Larry, over. Okay, well, you can probably see on the scope when you look at it, you probably see you were right at the noise level. I didn't get much of that, but I know you're Larry because we've worked before, and I know you're in Arlington. Wow, we worked a long time ago. 10 and a half years ago, actually, coming up on 11 years ago. We worked back in 2011 there, Larry, on 17 meters. Yeah, nice to hear you again. And yeah, you're about S5 here. I'm going to get out of here. All the best, WB5UGC, K8 New York. All the best.
K8NY, WB5UGC. Yeah, you were in the noise here too. You were about a 5.7, but the noise level was clipping you out pretty bad. Thanks for coming back. Good to talk to you. Like you said, it's been a long time, and thanks to your logbook, we knew that because I had no clue. 7-3. Have a good one. K8NY, WB5UGC.
Okay, you came up to S7, S8 on that one, so we'll change that report, Larry. And great to hear you again. Yeah, it's been a while. If you look on YouTube, you can see that. You can see your previous QSO with me in May of 2011. All the best. Catch you again. K8NY clear. Bye-bye.
The month I was out, WB5UGC.